I was in a career session with somebody recently. We're going to call him Ralph. Today his name's Ralph. And so in the course of that conversation, some very interesting things came out. I think that it will be a help to at least some of you. And so in the course of this conversation, when we first started, we went through the normal, just establishing what his job was, what his goals were and everything. Ralph was in a department leadership position, sort of a team leader, and he wanted to move up into actual management, production manager and so on. And that was his goal. And over time, as we talked, we had a few sessions, and as we talked, eventually that production manager position that he had been hoping for had come available, and this was his opportunity to strike. Now, Ralph was a very hardworking person. He was actually very effective as a team leader. He pretty much kept his department running at a very high level, and this was an awesome opportunity for me because I actually knew Ralph's manager and his boss, and had an opportunity to talk to Ralph's boss along the way about something unrelated, and was able to kind of shift the conversation to ask about Ralph without actually asking about Ralph, but asked about the position that had come available and everything. And the short version of what his manager said was, Ralph is awesome. Love the guy. He has all of these great qualities, but he has a couple of things that he has not worked on. Interestingly enough, and I'm not going to go into too many details about this, but interestingly enough, those were the exact items that I had told Ralph, his homework assignment, essentially. It was pretty easy. He told me where he was at. It was pretty easy to say, okay, this is where you need to be. This is your homework. Work on these things. So it turns out his boss had the same exact assessment that I did. This is what you need to do in order to be ready for the opportunity when it shows up. And so the opportunity did show up, and Ralph was bypassed for the position. And when I talked to Ralph about that, I said, well, you never did follow up on the homework, did you? And he said, no. So, well, why not? Well, I didn't really believe that the position would ever come available. Yeah, that was it. He had this idea in his head that position, there was no opportunity, there was nowhere for him to go, that he was stuck. And so he didn't do what he needed to do in order to be ready for opportunity when it showed up. Kind of hopelessness kind of infects people, and hopelessness definitely affected Ralph. And so he didn't put in the work, and when the opportunity did show up, he wasn't ready. He got looked over, stepped right over. They moved somebody else. So here's the thing. Life is funny. It is constantly changing. You never know where you're going to be this time next year, 2 years from now. You never know where anybody's going to be in the future. And so today is the day to get yourself ready to do the work that you need to do to be in a position. Now, if you think that you're already ready, and that's an entirely different conversation, we'll have that, because the truth is that nobody is as good as they could be. And so this is a process of continuous improvement on yourself. Just constant self-improvement so that you're ready to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Ralph didn't do that. It cost him probably an opportunity to double his current income. That's what I said. Probably lost an opportunity to double his income because he didn't do the homework, because he didn't think the opportunity was ever going to present itself. If you're in a position where you feel stuck, unstick yourself. Get yourself moving. opportunities will come. We're going to teach you about identifying opportunity, about knowing the difference between lateral horizontal moves and vertical moves, and putting yourself in a position so that you do not miss vertical moves. And but right now, just if you are one of those people who feel stuck, then don't become a Ralph. You can do this. If you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to start a conversation, get some conversations going there in the comment section. Until the next video, hope you do well.